Hi everyone, Linda from Let's Talk Prepping. And my question to you today is, would you eat this? But I guess the greater question is going to be, would you even know if you were eating this? So let's go over here and look at what I'm talking about. Okay everyone, we're over here at Apeel, APEEL.com. And what they're going to do is they're going to put this on all vegetables. And the reason they're going to put it on is to let the vegetables last longer. And they call it plant-based protection. We'll look and see what it's made of in a minute. And it says, why do some vegetables and fruits last longer than others? And it says because of the peel. And here we have 2 avocados, and you can see after 22 days, this one on your left, I can't get to the left here, this one on the left is rotted, and this one on the right is not, because it has this appeal on it. And produce you love, protected by appeal. So over here on the frequently asked questions, what is the appeal solution? And it's a plant-derived coating that fresh food growers and suppliers use to keep the produce fresh. It leads to extended shelf life, more time to enjoy your fruits and vegetables you purchase. And how does it keep it fresh? It keeps the moisture inside, and what's treated with it, how is it applied? And as we go down here, can I wash it off? This is really important if you don't want it. You could likely remove some of the peel with water and scrubbing, but it's unlikely you'd be able to remove all of it without damaging the fruit or vegetable. It forms a barrier of edible material on the skin or peel, and it wouldn't maintain the fruit's natural freshness if it was easily removed. For that reason, we use only food ingredients to make a peel, so it's safe to eat along with the fruit. And it says they're going to ensure that the produce is labeled so you can make informed decisions. However, do you really think they're going to be labeling it forever? And then this is even worse. It says, can it be used as certified organic? And they say yes. We have formulations that are OMRI listed for growers and distributors of certified organic produce. So what's it made of? Here we go. There is one ingredient in peel, purified mono and diglycerides, a food ingredient that's found in a variety of foods. The safety of these ingredients has been verified by our regulatory agencies. We know how good they are, don't we? The World Health Organization, the FDA, and I don't trust either of those 2 organizations. In fact, the ingredient is so safe. Now, this is how they tell you it's safe. It's used in products designed for the most sensitive populations, infants and elderly. So they're found in Similac, infant formula, Ensure, and so on. Is it safe to eat? They say yes, it is, because it's only food ingredients. Is it a chemical? And to learn more, you have to go to Instagram, and we'll go there in a minute. But I did look up, I try not to eat mono and diglycerides if I see them. So I went over here to medicalnewstoday.com. What are monoglycerides and are they safe? And we know they're a fatty acid and they occur naturally in some foods. But researchers know relatively little about how eating large amounts of monoglycerides affects the body. So if you want to eat a plant-based diet because it's better for you, and then it's covered with mono and diglycerides, what's going to happen? Is it going to be good for you or not? I personally would try to avoid them. And if we go down here a little bit further, tells you, everything that they're in. Since, of course, the FDA classifies them as generally recognized as safe, meaning they do not pose an immediate health risk. They use them in small amounts, so it's hard to say how eating large amounts of these types of fat will impact human health, and they contain small amounts of trans fats. But here's the other thing that is mentioned. During the manufacturing process of monoglycerides and diglyceride mixtures can become contaminated with small quantities of toxins such as lead, nickel, ash, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic. So, do you want to eat food that is preserved with this? I don't know. That's up to you, but it would be nice if we knew a little bit about this. And remember, the question was, is a peel a chemical? So I went over to this website, and it's on Instagram, and they say, yes, everything you eat or drink is made of chemicals. So that's how there's talk. They're saying it's fine for you because everything's a chemical, so don't worry about it. At a peel, we find chemicals that already exist in nature and turn them into new biotechnology that keeps produce from going bad. And that's the key, turn them into. How do they change it? So think about it. Do you want to eat that? When you go to the store now and you see a label that looks like this, that's what it is. It means it's protected with this coating. And I just wanted to look at two other things here, based both on food. Tyson from naturalnews.com. Tyson Foods to close 2 chicken processing plants, 1,700 jobs affected. And this is March 15th. So they're going to close 2 of their plants. And then they talk about other food companies also downsizing. Coca-Cola is going to be downsizing. Pepsi-Cola cut jobs in North America. Frito-Lay snack division of Pepsi. McCormick Spices also joined the fray, offering buyouts and layoff of workers. The fake meat companies, which is no great loss. And one other thing right here from Freight Waves. And this again is Friday, March 17th. Produce season likely to be weak, and it's bad news for truckers. 20% of the strawberry fields in key California growing region now underwater. Historic rainfall in California are going to alter the typical harvesting schedule this year. Some crops will be gathered later than expected, with some yields will be unusually weak. Massive flooding is preventing workers from harvesting lettuce, strawberries, and other plants right now, particularly in central California. They're unable to plant crops like tomatoes. So that's one expert from the University of California told Freight Waves. Bad news for the trucking industry. Truckers view late spring and early summer as one of the best times of years for freight volumes. Some even dub it the 100 days of summer, but a weak produce season could dampen the 100 days of summer. Such depleted harvests are coming at a bad time for the trucking industry. Trucking conditions have remained negative since May 2020. This has not been a banner year for produce. So why harvesting in California may be delayed and some plantings may be wiped out altogether. And a vegetable crop advisor with the University of California said farmers have seen challenges in entering deluged lettuce fields in the state's Central Valley. Crop disease because of the ultra-wet conditions. Such disease crops must be tossed. A shortage of these grocery store staples will likely yet be another contributor to inflation. So there we have inflation again. Berry prices alone rose 41% in 2021 and another 8.7% in 22. And there are very few tomatoes that have gone up at this point. Tomatoes will need to be harvested weeks later than usual, and they will mature all at the same time. That could mean even processing plants will be overwhelmed, sparking a bottleneck. A weak tomato harvest would be particularly spooky for truckers. So there we have it. They're going to try to put stuff on your vegetables, and you probably won't know it. And maybe mono and diglycerides are fine. And let's just assume they're fine and you're willing to eat them. But what happens a year from now when they add something else to this mix? Because they want to keep it longer and they don't tell you. I personally would try to avoid anything that's coated with this, but that's just my opinion. You can decide for yourself. And again, Tyson Food is laying off, and then we have the produce season to be weaker at this point, leading to inflation. So if you have any comments, let us know down below. Would you eat this? A peel. Sounds good because it's just a peel. Would you eat it or wouldn't you? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.